Hello. Here's the reading for February 27th and the new moon, which just happened about an hour ago here on planet Earth. I was saying North America, but it's actually planet Earth. Here's the synopsis of the reading. I did a longer video. I will post that link to see it. If you are on Instagram, you'll get the link. You'll have to go to the Facebook or the YouTube for that, and I will have those available there for that format. But the live pull was, the two cards that came out were the Empress and the Seven of Pentacles. We also pulled cards from the Butterfly Oracle Cards for Life Changes by Doreen Virtue, and we got Welcome the New. Hello, new moon. And I noticed right away that this butterfly was sitting on a hydrangea and inspired me to grab the Flower Therapy Oracle cards, also by Doreen Virtue with Robert Reeves. And that because I remembered that card is all about taking a first step. So we have a very abundant Empress, and she is, this is the card of, I'm confident in my abilities to create, and I am patient. I don't need to go rushing around. I don't need to expend extra energy. I know what's going on in my world, and I cultivate that, and more comes to me. And she's the ultimate in work-life balance. And she's often depicted as a pregnant woman. And so in a human gestation period, that's not 9 months, that's generally around 9 months, right? It's also somebody who, when a person is pregnant, generally, they're very careful with themselves. They take very good care of themselves because they're supporting another life coming into being. And so this person is someone who treats themselves really well. They eat well, they go to the doctor, they don't work excessively, they, that kind of thing. And those types of seeds, and they're very patient. Now, a Seven of Pentacles card is a wonderful follow-up to that. This particular Empress doesn't seem super pregnant, but, you never know. She could be in the early stages, but she is feeling really good about life, and she has a basket of some really beautiful fruit that she's sharing. She's holding on to it. She's sharing with others. She feels just so good about herself because she's coming from a place of plenty. We talked about that Ace of Cups. Remember, I think that was last week, where, that Ace of Cups had that, coming into things in a place of spiritual abundance. Like I know who I am, and I'm worth it, and I'm worth the things that I do for myself. I'm worth waiting for the best opportunities to come toward me. I'm not just going to expend energy on things that really aren't fulfilling, and that don't really speak to my soul or feed me. So this person is so willing to wait. Now, the Seven of Pentacles is a card about waiting. And we are here on a new moon, and that is a time to plant seeds. So if you had a lot of ideas, you're coming up with a lot of things to do, or you're maybe doing it so much that you're overwhelmed by all the things, welcome the new changes. Be willing to take the first steps and not be so fixated on outcome and getting really a thought that was coming up for me today was about, the devil is in the details. Sometimes we can get so bogged down in the details and the how-tos and and instead of putting out the details and actually saying, okay, these all steps need to happen, but they don't need to all happen today. Our big dreams that we want, and this is a major arcana card, the big dreams that we want, aren't going to happen, in overnight, or it could be, that things do start to take up speed in a way that feels like we're out of control, and we now we're putting our hands all over it. In either event, doing things in that way is overreaching our energetic bounds, and is an exhausting approach, and to making the kinds of changes. So doing things in small steps is really so much better, right? And checking in with our spiritual energy, our spirit, like where's our, is our heart behind this particular path or this approach, like being willing to tweak things and change things as we go along in order to continue a slow and steady cultivation towards the things that we want. And these, that's that first step energy, and keeps us out of that anxiety of not going for anything at all because we're just so overwhelmed by the enormity of our dreams that we couldn't possibly, and so then we hide in the duvet. You know what I mean? Like that's not really, that's clearly not going to work. So, and it doesn't get us where we want, and we end up breaking our own hearts and getting in our own way, and then we, often then find ourselves in resentment and start and get hypercritical of ourselves and therefore others, and that's not the kind of empire we want to be building. Remember, she's an empress. She's not even a queen. She's an empress. She's building an empire, and the only way we can do that is if we're building an empire within. Right? Doing the small things, doing things on the small scale in order to get to that grander scale. So that's the synopsis, basically. If you want that longer look and the live pull of the cards, I'll leave you the link so you can take a look at that. And I thank you. Like, share, subscribe. If you want your own reading, just go ahead and direct message me. Thank you so much.